The acceleration of infrastructure development is among the top priorities of the current administration, with public spending on infrastructure projects targeted to reach 8 to 9 trillion pesos until 2022 to usher in what is touted as the golden age of infrastructure. Dubbed as Dutertenomics, the master plan is anchored on the concept of build, build, and build from revenues gathered using the tax reform measure. In Region 3, numerous infrastructure projects are still needed to push through with its vision of being one of the Philippines' prime investment destinations. Known as the W Growth Corridor, it defines Central Luzon's key growth areas. It comprises of Central Luzon's key investment area for tourism, industry, and agriculture. These areas represent the growth municipalities of the region, which when plotted on a map, form the shape of a W. Central Luzon lies between Manila and North Luzon and is composed of 7 provinces: Aurora, Bataan, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, Pampanga, Tarlac, and Zambales. Only 66 kilometers away from Metro Manila, Central Luzon is the gateway to the Northern Luzon regions, having the largest plains in the country. It has 14 cities, 116 municipalities, 3,102 barangays, and 20 congressional districts. Central Luzon has a population of 11.22 million, or 11% of the country's total population. The Department of Public Works and Highways, being at the forefront of infrastructure development, has one of the vital roles in the much-needed infrastructure projects for the region to reach its full investment potential. In Region 3, 4 high-impact and crucial infrastructure projects have been substantially completed and are presently under construction. The Capas-Botolan Road in Zambales, the Pulilan-Baliwag Diversion Road in Bulacan, the Bagak-Mariveles Road in Bataan, and the Villa Aurora Bridge in Aurora. Tarlac is known as the melting pot of Central Luzon, a mixture of the best of the provinces of its distinct groups in the region. It has the most divergent cultures to the most exquisite cuisines. Tarlac shares a common link with the province of Zambales, with its celebrated Mount Pinatubo Trek. Zambales is a coastal province also famous for the sweetest mangoes and its tourist destinations of untouched beaches and resorts. Until recently, there is no direct road network between Tarlac and Zambales. Before the implementation of the project, motorists have to either pass by the usual route in Pangasinan, Bataan, and Pampanga, since rough and mountainous terrains separate the 2 provinces. The Capas-Botolan Road is a road upgrading project to construct missing gaps connecting national roads. The project is intended to connect the existing Capas-Botolan Road. There is still a non-existing section mostly located in Botolan. The completion of the road will effectively reduce travel time between provinces from 3 hours to about 1 hour and 20 minutes. This will in turn have a tremendous impact on trade and tourism across Tarlac and Zambales. The road upgrading project mainly includes the normal width paved carriageway with widened width on super elevated sections on every curve on both sides. The construction also includes a stone masonry wall lining the canal of the mountainside. This will serve as the road's drainage and slope protection. A metal beam guardrail will also be installed on the cliffside in keeping with road safety. Bulacan is known for its sweets and delicacies, as well as its garments like gowns and barongs. It is also one of the primary Spanish settlements that makes up its rich heritage and historical significance. Bulacan is one of the more progressive provinces in the Philippines, having numerous industries and industrial hubs that thrive within its areas. But with progress comes traffic. The Daang Maharlika in Bulacan is oftentimes congested with motorists going to and fro, with a daily traffic count of 10,000 road users. The Pulilan-Baliwag Diversion Road project, when completed, will divert the flow of traffic using a new road that begins at Pulilan-Kalumpit Road in Barangay Tibag, Pulilan, near the North Luzon Expressway and ends in Daang Maharlika in Barangay Tarcan, Baliwag, Bulacan, providing travel with less time and ease. The multi-year funded project consists of 2 sections and 3 phases, which started in 2015 and is expected to be completed by 2017. The project involves the improvement of the roadway condition, like removal and disposal of unsuitable base. Embankment of the same section will also be replaced. Concreting of the carriageway, widening and paving of shoulder, drainage and slope protection with culverts and grouted ripraps, and the erection of a bridge will be part of the construction. At present, the Phase 1 of the project has been completed. Phase 2 is 88.85% accomplished, while Phase 3 is at 33%. Bataan is where the Philippines made its last stand against the enemies in World War II. Aside from this historical standpoint, it also provides scenic spots with its beaches and resorts. The province is also known for its eco-zones and thriving industries like dried fish and shrimp pastes and sauces. An important infrastructure towards continued progress is the Bagak-Mariveles Road Project. It is a 2-lane highway connecting Bagak and Mariveles in Bataan. From Bagak, it begins exactly from the Freedom Tower Monument and ends at Barangay Balon Anito in Mariveles, Bataan. The Bagak-Mariveles Road Project consists of mountainside slope excavation, sub-base preparation, and 2-lane concrete pavement. The upgrading also includes lining of stone masonry canals, installation of metal beam guardrails along the cliffs and ravines for the motorist's safety. Soil stabilization on the cut mountain slope is also applied using coconut bioengineered material with vegetation. The unpaved segment of the road is about 19.9 kilometers, which becomes inaccessible during the rainy season. The upgrading started with the previously implemented projects in 2014 and 2015 and was continued further in 2016. The succeeding 2017 project aims to ultimately accomplish the upgrading, implementation, and operation of the said road. Currently, the project has been completed up to Phase 4. Phase 5 has begun in May of 2017, which will finally connect the paved end of the road. Once finished, instead of the usual route of SC-Tex-Toroman Expressway, motorists can take the shorter Bagak-Mariveles route. This will also decongest traffic in the usual routes as well as cut travel time in half, from 1 hour to 30 minutes. The alternate access road will benefit about 1,000 motorists per day. The province of Aurora is known by its tourism destinations, from its beaches and majestic waterfalls to the food and its rich historical heritage. It's well known to be a surfing destination by tourists, both local and foreign. But in November of 2004, Tropical Depression Winnie brought torrential rains that saturated the mountain slopes, causing an unprecedented avalanche that buried Barangay Villa Aurora under mud, boulders, and logs. The mudflows and landslides washed out the existing bridge and cut off almost 200 families. The infamous mudflow even claimed the lives of 3 DPWH employees who were then in rescue operations. It was not until about a decade later in 2015 that the construction of the Villa Aurora Bridge commenced, along with road widening and stone masonry works. With its completion last May 15, 2017, the project is expected to boost agricultural, industrial, and tourism growth and development in the area. It will also ease the plight of its community, now having a link between the provinces of Nueva Ecija and Aurora. This will also facilitate and accelerate the transportation and delivery of goods not only between the 2 provinces but also that of nearby areas. Aside from the bridge, the Aurora Engineering Office proposed the construction of 2 additional sabo dams to prevent sedimentation that might endanger the integrity of the structure during calamities and mudflows. These are but a few of the undertakings that the DPWH has committed to that have made an impact on the lives of many Filipinos here in the region. Indeed, there will be more challenges for the agency to conquer in order to usher in the golden age of infrastructure. But once in place, it will pave the way for the inevitable progress and development.
Yung pagkakagawa po nung tulay na yan, napakalaking tulong po sa amin yan dahil yung karamihan tao rito nagkaroon ng trabaho at saka yung iba pong mga dumadaan na mga motorista ay malaking ginhawa po nila.
Ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa DPWH na porsigido po talaga sila na matapos ang karsada dito noong 2017.
Kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa inyo sapagkat kami po mula po noong panahon ng 1965 na andito na po kami sa lugar na ito ay napakagandang pagkakataon po itong ibinigay niyo sa amin dahil na-develop po ang aming kalsada at ang sa ikauunlad ng aming pamayanan ng Marabeles at pamayanan ng Bagat.